talking to me and insulting me and being annoying.
She was on YouTube.
Because you got in trouble. Because she got in trouble for being on a phone and you've been on... Welcome to True Parenting. If you've ever watched a true crime documentary, they always have reenactments of real life scenarios. This is much more benign, but we're gonna do real life reenactments of parenting scenarios between Alicia and our children. With our children's blessing and consent, I am going to be playing them. Even though I have fun in the roles, the idea is not to mock our children, but rather to show you what parenting based on agency and unconditional love looks like. Hope you enjoy.
Okay, everybody. We're gonna do our box breathing. We're gonna do 3 box breaths. We're gonna all do it together. And then afterwards, everybody is going to have the opportunity to take responsibility for whatever it is they need to take responsibility for.
Okay.
Everyone breathe with me. Breathe in. Hold. Out. Hold. In. Hold, out, hold. Shayla, is there anything that you need to take accountability for?
I'm sorry for screaming and for calling you all pieces of S's and for saying that you're annoying.
So, Shayla, why did it take bringing everybody in here for you to take accountability for that? Because prior to that, you were insistent that you didn't call people names.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, Shayla, in the future, can you please take accountability for your own behavior?
Hey, I was telling them to leave me alone and they weren't leaving me alone. We didn't do anything to her.
Okay, all done, all done. Miles, is there anything in your behavior that you need to take accountability for?
No, I don't think so. We were all there. Nobody did anything to her.
Bryson, is there anything in your behavior that you need to take accountability for?
No. Yes? What? You kept talking to me and insulting me and being annoying. Guys, did I insult her? Maybe?
Bryson, are you listening to what Shayla is saying?
Yes, but I didn't insult her and Maybe, I don't know.
Bryson, Shayla is telling you that she felt insulted and that she had asked you to leave her alone.
I'm sorry.
Did you respect that request?
Yes, I didn't talk to her at all. We were all playing and she was annoyed that we were playing with each other and being... That's... Why would I be annoyed that you guys were leaving me alone? Because you got in trouble. Because she got in trouble for being on a phone and you've been on screens for a few weeks. I was texting my friend.
She was on YouTube.
Texting my friend doesn't make me angry. It makes me good.
She was on YouTube.
The screen is too small.
Okay. All done, all done. Bryson, what can you take from what Shayla is telling you and that you can apply to your life and do differently?
Not talk to her when she's angry or annoyed.
Bryson, the way you were interacting with Shayla, were you encouraging and supporting her?
No.
Okay, so what can you do differently?
Encourage and support her.
Okay, does Shayla like to be teased by you?
No, but I wasn't teasing her today.
It doesn't matter. I've seen your interactions with her all day. And for most of the day, you have been teasing her, okay?
Okay.
Olivia, is there anything you need to take responsibility for regarding your actions?
If I did anything wrong, I take responsibility for it. She didn't. Oh my goodness. She was mimicking me and getting mad at me. She was not.
Bryson.
She was not. I was there.
Bryson! Yes, Olivia?
But Shayla figured out how to watch YouTube on the flip phone.
Oh, great. We'll deal with that next. Shayla, is there something you'd like to talk to Olivia about?
She was mimicking me!
So you can say, Olivia, when you mimic me, I feel...
When she mimics me,
Go ahead and talk to Olivia.
When you mimic me...
Shayla, I know you're frustrated. Do we need to take a few minutes so you can calm down and come back to this conversation?
No!
Look, you need to talk respectfully, even if you feel angry. And if you feel angry, that's what we have Punching Man for. You can go and punch Punching Man. You can punch a pillow. You can go for a walk. You can play the piano. There is nothing wrong with being frustrated or upset. You do not get to take that out on other people.
Yeah, you can take it out on Punching Man.
Do you need a couple of minutes, or would you like to talk to Olivia about this right now?
I don't want to talk about it at all.
I understand that you don't want to talk about it, and I understand that you're frustrated, but it is not going to go away. And people your entire life will do things that you don't appreciate, and you're going to feel frustrated just because sometimes life gets crazy and frustrating.
Okay.
Do you want a hug?
No, I don't.
So I think it would be best if we took a break, and then you and Olivia came back in maybe like 10 or 15 minutes. What do you think?
No, I don't want to talk about it. It makes me even more annoyed. Are me and Miles done?
You can leave. Well, what happens? Olivia or Shayla, what happens if you don't talk about it?
Then I get more frustrated.
So does that really fix anything?
No, but talking to them doesn't really fix anything either.
Well, people always have the option of their agency, but when you stuff your emotions, they don't go away. You just hide them.
I just don't want to feel them, and I don't want them to be annoying. I just want them to leave me alone, and they can't do that.
Yeah? You want to tell me some more about that?
No.
I got a nice pillow here. You want to punch the pillow?
No.
You want to cry on the pillow?
No.
You want a yummy chocolate to eat?
No.
Okay. How about a soft blanket?
I want to play with friends.
Okay.
I can't go anywhere. I can't play with friends. I can't do anything.
Have you tried my weighted blanket?
I don't want to.
I think maybe just try it for a minute. Come here. Do you want to lay on my bed right here or on the couch? Come here.
I just want to play with friends.
Yeah.
And I want to read graphic novels.
Do you want to lay down right here? The blanket works better if you're laying down. Do you want to try it just for me?
I just like the old neighborhood because I could see people whenever I wanted. I could go to the library and get graphic novels, and I can't do any of that here.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that in this neighborhood your friends aren't as close. It's hard.
Oh man, that was epic.
So what do you do when you have one child shouting expletives at all of your other children, and you live in a house where you don't use expletives? This is not an example we set for our children.
It was rather shocking.
Yeah, so it was a real strong parenting moment. We felt very affirmed as parents that our children were behaving this way.
Well, I was in my home office doing a therapy session when all hell broke loose, and all of this that you heard, like my client heard that, and they're like, you know, it's good to know that you're just like any other family. I'm like, right?
We are. We're here. And we're sharing it with you. And so it would have been really easy to go into that situation since the children, or at least one of them, was shouting expletives at the others, to go, what the hell is wrong with you? We don't talk that way. We don't treat each other that way.
We don't swear in this house, damn it.
So, oh, that's what you get. We don't hit people in this family. What was that? That's what you get.
Exactly,
Something like that.
exactly. Instead, I had one child shouting the expletives, the other children being like, this is the way she's treating us. And then she's like, I didn't do that. It wasn't me. And so we had to bring everybody in for a powwow. And if you have children, multiple children, I'm sure you know what powwows look like. And that was the fun reenactment of that powwow, you know? We were having a really good time, right?
You were directing traffic in all
Right.
sorts of directions.
In
on that one.
all the ways. And you know, there was times when Miles was chirping in with his sweet little happy-go-lucky voice, you know, that I'm trying not to
We
laugh.
say Miles, and we changed the names actually for this. We're not using our kids' real names, but this conversation really took place.
Yeah, so you know, he's chirping in and I'm trying not to laugh, and basically I'm just sitting there being like, wah, wah, right? Because I'm in the middle of working, he's in the middle of working, and this is where we're at, right? So in life, so many times things don't go as planned, right?
I got a plan. It might get us both killed, but if it works, it'll be a totally boss story.
You need to take a break from your work if you can, and there's absolutely times when I can't take a break from my work and everybody has to just go sit in their rooms and not interact, right? But I had to take a break and we had to decompress from the situation, right? So we started with the box breathing to calm down, and that, including myself, That really helps everyone to take literally just 60 seconds and calm down.
Breathe. Just breathe.
And then using unconditional love and accountability for everybody to take accountability and responsibility for their behavior. And you'll notice a lot of the questions that I ask, like this is part of our family culture. Even though they chose to behave this way, they very much so know how to answer these questions, because this is not the first time we're having these conversations.
Yeah.
If it is the first time you're having these conversations with your kids, you're going to need to take them step by step and walk them through if there's certain concepts that they're not familiar with. A phrase we use in our house a lot, and this is just an example, you can use a different phrase, but how we treat each other. I ask my children, are you being encouraging and supportive, right? Not are you being kind, not are you being nice, because sometimes we don't all have the same opinion about what those words mean or how we're portraying that. But it's really precise, asking, are you being encouraging and supportive? Because you're either are or you're not, right? And so that's a question we ask quite often.
You is kind, you is smart.
So often when you're trying to hold one child accountable, they say, well, what about so-and-so? Or why aren't you talking to them? And so you establish the parameters right out of the gate with everybody's gonna have an opportunity to take responsibility for the things they need to take responsibility for. And then because you said that, most everybody just kind of settled in and said, okay. And if someone tried to say, well, what about so-and-so? It's like, we're going to get there, but right now we're talking about you.
Right.
And one thing that you say a lot is it's all about posturing, right? Posturing and managing expectations and providing that structure out of the gate. And I love that.
Yeah. And so we went through that conversation of accountability with love, avoiding shame and judgment, having compassion and understanding. And Shayla, you know, is a teenager, and so we're dealing with all the female teenager things of high emotion, and really the problem is...
Sorry, it's just flashbacks, go ahead.
You are a murderer of love!
And really the problem is what she was feeling is she missed her friends, she missed her old neighborhood, she was frustrated. And our job as parents aren't to jump in and fix everything. Maybe sometimes we want to, right? Especially if we relate to the pain of our child. And so we see our own pain or remember our own pain from childhood in what they're experiencing. And we try and save them and we want to protect them. And our job as a parent isn't to save them, right? It's to teach them it's okay to experience high emotion. And along with that high emotion, we need to not project that onto others. And we need to have a healthy way of moving through it. And it's okay to be sad about the challenges in life, right?
Yeah.
And just because this is a challenge for you and not a challenge for somebody else, that doesn't make you wrong and them right. It just makes us different.
Well, and I love when you said to Shayla, you're feeling frustrated and upset right now, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
What's not okay is if you take it out on other people.
Yeah.
And that's why we have Punching Man. So Punching Man is literally a boxing tool shaped like a man, like one of those...
A torso and a head.
A torso and a head that's soft and you can punch it. And we have that for our kids when they're frustrated so they can just wail on Punching Man instead of wailing on each other. But I love that you normalize that the emotions just are and there's nothing wrong with them.
And so really there wasn't anything else to do after everybody took accountability and apologized, to just finish feeling through the emotions. And this daughter in particular is a big feeler. And I will absolutely tell you that a decade ago, I would not have had the patience or the understanding to work through that high level of feelings. And what that looked like for her as a toddler, because she is a comfort-oriented person, she loves stuffies, she loves soft blankets, she loves these things, right?
Look at that fluffy unicorn. He's so fluffy, I'm gonna die.
And for another personality type like Bryson, he's gonna be the more, I'm gonna go punching man, or I'm gonna go for a run, I'm gonna do something physical to exert, you know, my energy. She more wants to play the piano, cuddle up with her soft blanket, read a book, things of that nature. And so of course I know that about them, and those are the types of things I suggest, right? To say, hey, would this be helpful? Would this be supportive? And really she just needed to move through those emotions and let it be okay that she was upset.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you enjoyed this, We've got a Parenting with Unconditional Love course on our low-cost membership site, which you can learn about at mendedlight.com, which will take you much more in depth on these principles.
And step-by-step how to apply them.
And step-by-step how to apply them. We've got a whole series of true parenting videos coming that we hope you enjoy. If you have had children use words that you don't normally use in the house, how have you dealt with it? We'd love to hear from you in the comments below, because we're trying to create a community where we all learn from one another.
And until next time, remember to keep shining. We need your light.